On a chilly night in the heart of the city, a diligent warehouse worker named Emily finished her late shift. Her tired eyes and weary feet were eager to get home, and she pulled out her phone to hail a Lyft. Little did she know this seemingly ordinary ride would soon become a lifeline. Meanwhile, a kind-hearted Lyft driver named Mike was finishing up his lunch as the request came through. He accepted the ride and drove to the warehouse to collect Emily. The warehouse district was quiet at this hour, with only a few dim street lights illuminating the otherwise dark surroundings. Emily stepped out of the building, her breath visible in the cold night air, and climbed into Mike's warm car with a grateful smile. "Hi there, how was your day?" Mike asked warmly as he began the journey. "Long, but finally over," Emily replied with a hint of exhaustion in her voice. As they drove through the city, Mike engaged in light conversation to keep Emily's spirits up during the late-night ride. She shared stories of her work at the warehouse, and he spoke about his experiences as a Lyft driver, occasionally throwing in a light-hearted joke to ease the tension. As they laughed and talked, Mike couldn't help but notice a dark figure lurking behind them in his rearview mirror. His instincts kicked in, and he maintained a vigilant eye on the suspicious follower. The man's presence kept Mike much more aware than usual, and he decided to approach the situation delicately. "Emily, I don't want to bother you, but I think that car behind us is following us." Emily turned to look out the window, her heart pounding in her chest as she saw a car she knew. "That's one of my coworkers. He doesn't live this way." "Don't worry," said Mike, "I'll make sure. It's just a coincidence." He remembered a nearby 24-hour Walmart that was well lit. He told her his plan, and that if he continued to follow them, they would have to come up with something else. 2 rights and a left, and the car was still behind them. They pulled into the parking lot and decided to go in. They wandered around for a few minutes, browsing the aisles as they tried to appear calm. With each passing moment, Emily felt her nerves settle, knowing Mike had her back. When it was time to leave, Mike ordered another Lyft for her. Emily called for another driver to come and get you. "I'll wait outside to see you off," he said, wanting to make sure she was safe until the very end. As they stepped outside, Mike glanced towards his car and saw the figure a few parking spaces away sitting in the vehicle. Emily went back inside and purchased a hoodie, hoping to seclude herself when her Lyft arrived. Emily approached a store worker and asked if she could leave through the side door and explained the situation. The worker agreed to let her exit through the side door when her Lyft arrived. When the alert went off on Mike's phone, he texted the special instructions. He then walked her out to ensure she got into the car safely. The driver of the new Lyft took her home without incident. As she settled into the familiarity of her own space, a sense of gratitude washed over her. She knew that without Mike's quick thinking and compassionate actions, the night could have taken a dangerous turn.